Hello, everybody.
Hi, Patreon subscribers. Good God, you're sexy today.
In our ongoing effort to give you more video content, because you deserve it, we wanted to do some fun stuff. Witney has his, I think it debuted yesterday, his Who Would Win in a Fight series based all on superheroes he created when he was 12.
They're all bad. Every last one of them.
That was his obsession. My obsession has always been physical media. I know, I do a lot of watching movies on instant streaming as well, but
as you can see behind us.
I'm a big supporter of physical media. I think it's very important because content is taken away too easily on instant streaming, and if you're not
if you're actually interested in an archived library of select movies in your collection, it's best to have them.
Yeah, then you own them and you can always watch them. I mean, occasionally you have to upgrade the actual media in which it plays, but we haven't had to do that in a long time. So I've amassed several thousand DVDs and Blu-rays over the course of my life, and I've decided to pick some more or less at random. I mean, I just sort of do I want to talk about this today? And I'm going to do an episode and just recommend some movies that I liked enough to collect.
What's one of your favorite movies, William?
Well, I don't know about favorite.
Well, what's one you'd like to recommend?
Here's one I really love to recommend. This is a really fun action movie called Blind Fury.
With Rutger Hauer.
That's right. Rutger Hauer is one of our favorite actors.
I haven't seen this one. I know a lot of people are really big on this one.
Okay, so Blind Fury is a samurai movie starring Rutger Hauer from Blade Runner and Lady Hawk as the samurai. It is actually basically a remake of one of the Zatoichi movies. Zatoichi, for those of you who don't know, and
you have the big Zatoichi box set somewhere back there.
There's a Criterion set of all the Zatoichi movies, except I think the Bito Takashi version and the TV series.
It's how many of those?
It's over 20. There's over 20. It's nuts. And they're all good. That's the amazing thing. Zatoichi is a series of samurai movies about a blind samurai. And he wanders from town to town, and he gets in adventures, and he saves people who can't save themselves. And I'm seriously, I've seen most of them. I haven't actually sat down and watched all of them. I've never seen a bad one. Some are better than others, but I've never seen a bad one. They're all great. And it was such a cool idea that occasionally we have that sort of blind warrior kind of American-inspired movie. There's a spaghetti western called Blind Man, which actually I think co-stars Ringo Starr. That was obviously heavily influenced by Zatoichi. And then we had this movie.
Which is, does it credit the creators of Zatoichi?
I don't think it literally does. I mean, it says screen story and screenplay by Charles Robert Carner, but it's the same plot as I think the 16th Zatoichi movie. Rutger Hauer plays a Vietnam vet who went missing in action. And he was taken in, blinded in an explosion by a local village where he learned to take care of himself and also wield a sword. That was a way to protect himself, how to get through the jungle. And when he finally works his way back to America, 15 years later, he wants to track down his old buddy, who, turns out this whole time, has been blaming himself for blinding his friend and his friend being missing in action. It was his cowardice, if memory serves. And that person is actually played by Terry O'Quinn from The Stepfather and Lost. And he goes to the guy's house, just as a bunch of criminals have come in and, killed the kid's, stepmom or something, and the kid has to go on the run with this stranger who just to find his dad, who has been kidnapped by Texas casino tycoons who are trying to sell drugs. And it's basically Rutger Hauer as a blind samurai getting in car chases, fighting off a whole bunch of rednecks. At the end, this bad guy is the problem with this we have is that this guy is a ninja, and we don't have a ninja. Get me Bruce Lee. And they're Bruce Lee's dead. Then get me his brother. And what they end up getting, they actually get Sho Kosugi, who I like to think is playing himself.
He did in all of his movies, really.
Yeah. Sho Kosugi, if you don't know, he was the ninja in American movies. He was an expert martial artist, and he was actually in the Cancel Too Soon series we did called The Master.
That's right.
He played the main bad guy.
Villain.
He was the villain, and he was also, whenever Lee Van Cleef was seen from far away or seen in a ninja outfit, he was also playing
Sho Kosugi.
Yeah. Sho Kosugi is a legend, and he gets to have a really awesome fight with Rutger Hauer at the end of this movie, where they're fighting each other, and then a jacuzzi gets electrified, and it's fucking awesome. It's a broad film. It's a broad film. But
you think?
Yes, it is. But here's what I'm going to say about it. It's a lot of fun, and it's actually surprisingly emotionally serious. Like Rutger Hauer really takes the role seriously, and it works. And I'm actually like a bummed that it didn't do better because this really could have been a franchise. It really would have been really, really cool. I would love
like
to have
Zatoichi,
seen.
this would've gone
It was
on.
directed by Philip Noyce. Philip Noyce also directed several of the Jack Ryan movies. He did Clear and Present Danger. He did Patriot Games.
A lot of big hits in the 90s.
Yeah, and it's rock solid. I'm not sure if it's on streaming. I don't care. I have the DVD. So check it out if you can. I'm a big fan, and let me know what you think. If you've already seen it, let us know in the comments on the Patreon page. And if you want to check it out, or if you end up checking it out, let us know. So thank you very much. I'll be back later with another DVD recommendation.
Hooray, bye.